smack. Don't you dare try and sell people a shitcoin. Smack. Don't you dare. That might be the most stupid thing someone could do in this modern Bitcoin currency world that we're in right now. Do not sell a shitcoin. URL already has enough problems. We do not want the boogeyman coming at you and looking over URL business and all this, the fine tooth comb. You do not want CoffeeZilla on your ass. Don't you dare try and sell the URL battle rap fanbase a fucking shitcoin. Sorry, I had to get that out there, man. This is the final episode. Let's go over everything I want to go over.
One a day till 100K. Look, I've been with plenty women, still don't know how women think. Been through the good and bad, really through the thick and thin. Sometimes I'm questioning the world that they be living in. Their standards be a fantasy to fan their public image. If it's Twitter, 6 figures isn't rich now, huh? But IRL, they gave it up for a chipped out blunt. I'd rather stay in the house and leave the bitch out front. I won't fit into your criteria list, now what? See, she say she like to sniff and hit a dab. I think Shotty wildin'. She go from power to the gas like she in a hybrid. Say she doesn't do this often, guess she got some mileage. She say she into Libras, I said I'm into silence. Come with baggage, I ain't carrying your luggage, bitch. She get to lying and she come up with the dumbest shit. Starts talking about my truth, I'm making fun of it. The greatest thing about truth is, it's only one of it,
What's good, Cammygbr? We are here. Man, this has been some series that I've put together. Crikey. This has actually felt quite good to have an actual series talking about the URL in a constructive manner. I started this whole YouTube battle rap blogging thing for me talking about the URL. Like the UK battle rap was a part of it, but it wasn't like the biggest part of it for me. I really was talking about the URL first and then fell into this wonderful world of blogging and UK side of things, interviews and doing the extra stuff. I was really talking about URL to start with. So being able to have that space to say, right, these are all the problems to me. We need to address them. It's felt quite good, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the series. Obviously, this is meant to be for like longer viewing, and in the times where it's like, well, it might not pass its date, you know, like it might end up being a situation where it's up forever and it doesn't age well or whatever, or they, you know, they change things, they do this, they do that, they move around it and whatnot. But to me, this is just me airing out my thoughts and feelings and trying to provide solutions for things, because I think a lot of the problems are presented, and throughout the whole series there is solutions to these problems. It's just they're not finding it, or they're not quite utilizing the tools that they have. So I want to take this time just to go over kind of smaller topics and whatnot that aren't a full-fledged video, and maybe even some reasoning as to maybe why URLs maybe in a situation that it is in. To some extent, you know, I'm filming this later on. This is like near the end of the year, so yeah, let's talk about these things, man. And after breaking things down, I went over and talked to the people. You might have seen a post early December of me talking about URL series and, you know, getting people's thoughts, and I got a good amount of them from different places. So I kind of want to go through some of them and kind of not react to them because I've seen them, but kind of discuss them and present to you guys what you have told me as I've tried to reach out for information. Let's finish off this series. Yeah, this shitcoin. Come on, Smack. Don't not the rug pull, not the rug pull, Smack. Come on. I seen that being tweeted, and I pressed the on the X account, and I seen the little dollar sign and the YN. It stands for young. I think it's from the Migos originally. And I pressed the thing, and you scroll down, and it's a massive rug pull, money gone. Scam, and Smack's name in the middle going, I believe in this, or something that he said, let's take it to the moon, like it's fucking Dogecoin. No, Smack, taking advantage of your fan base is not the way to do it. So just straight up, just leave that alone. It's funny, it's very funny, and all jokes aside, CoffeeZilla will look into this at some point. Your name will be brought up, and it will not be good PR. So just leave it alone. Leave that shit alone. So, one of the issues I hear all the time from the URL, or about the URL still, which I didn't think it was worth a full breakdown entirely, is the roster size. Now, there is a lot of people on the URL, like, as a league, there's a lot of people that are under these exclusive contracts. Now, another problem with these exclusive contracts is that you keep people stuck to your hip when you could probably push them off, get them out of the way. You don't actually really need them. That if the contracts were a little looser, then they could go and battle somewhere else, build a bit of hype, do this, do that, and then when they get bigger, or if they do or if they don't, you can let them go. But if they do manage to get bigger, you can then bring in contract. Okay, we still have this to do under a contract, even though you're doing your other thing. It's kind of like, good or bad, you are stuck with the battlers that you have. But when you have so many battle rappers and only so many spaces on a card, it gets very difficult to try and push forward and promote everyone. That's why usually in any kind of PG era, any kind of class, there's usually one or two that are like the top brass, that in comparison to everyone else, that these are the superstars, you know, even from the Crucible era, the Kid Slade to Giannis, like that's two different generations there that were like, they're the big guys. And right back to John, who was like by far, John and B Magic, the stars of the PG class of their time. You know, they earn their keep by being the best of their bunch, but you then have a bunch of people that you could have had at other leagues filling their time, getting money, then coming back, but instead you kind of got them lock and key in a treasure chest forever, which is kind of shit. So, if you really want to deal with the roster issue and maybe deal with the confusion of it, because every other day it's some sort of contractual issue that they've went on X and discussed. Just WWE does it. They have a literal roster list, and they go, this is everyone that's on the roster. And then you go, oh, someone's not on the roster anymore. Then we can look into it, because you could be on top of contracts. Basically, is the bigger picture there. That if you have a website that they look over it and then go, oh, he's off a contract now, then that kind of gives us more the incentive to say, oh, why is he off of it? Then we can discuss, instead of them going out there complaining their contract's totally over and done with. Because there's no way that the amount of contracts that have probably ended with the URL, and not everyone's out there just complaining, huffing and puffing all the time. Like, there's definitely been people that have just accepted that the contract's done and just got the fuck up out, and it means that other leagues can book them out of. You know, it's almost like you kind of give, we've got the talent, but here's the prize fish that isn't good enough anymore. You know, you kind of, URL looks to be like the biggest league if they had some sort of roster public forum. It works well with the WWE. I think UFC even have something like that similar too. I think it would work for the URL, honestly. Like, if you really want, this is your URL battle rappers, this is where the elites battle, then okay, this is our elites. These are the guys. There's just too many people, honestly. Where the fuck is Ultimate Madness? We were when the end of 2023, we had Smack telling us here, you know what I'm saying? 2024, we bring back Ultimate Madness. Yeah. Not a fucking peep. Ultimate Madness was just a gold mine for bringing in the talent. Like, Ultimate Madness is, for a lot of us, was peak entertainment. But we liked Ultimate Madness when it looked like Ultimate Madness 1 and 2. Just the black screen, everyone behind the camera, them two rapping. You start having all of this, crowds being all around it, and all, like it's a normal battle. No, it's not gonna work. Because Ultimate Madness battles are they're not normal battles. They are tournament battles with shorter rounds. And we enjoy the shit out of them. And there was money on the line, and you know, they had the graphics when they're like, yo. And, you know, they had the hat that they would, you know, show off their hairline with, and all the goofiness. Like, they had all of that. In the first one, it was so awesome. We kind of left that a little bit. By the time we got to Ultimate Madness 4 and 5, it just sort of became normal battle rap tournaments. And we don't want that. Ultimate Madness 1 and 2, and you can debate 3. 3, they started bringing in some crowds and whatnot. The first two had a flavour that was so fire that we want to see that back. 2025, bring that back. And if you need to do crucibles and, you know, just more information on the battle rappers too, get us to do his fucking tourney, his fucking how do people prepare rounds, fucking YouTube series and whatnot. Get him to come in and talk to these guys, get more information. Let's gamify the whole shit. The same thing for the Kings versus Queen. Let's gamify it. Make it a league thing. Make it throughout the year. Make, you know, just, I think a bit more thought and a different take to what we're currently used to will help. But keep Ultimate Madness, keep that 1 and 2 style. Forget number 5. Number 5, no, we don't want all the crowds, we don't want stages. Nope. Keep it low key. And Christ, you could have, God, what is that URL series? Cortez versus Prez Mafia card. And it was, it wasn't Survivor Series. It was basically a card where it was like, well, if these guys fuck up, they're out the door. Imagine that with Ultimate Madness. You get some of these guys that haven't battled in a while, they're fighting for a contract. Yes, entertainment. That's cinema. Fighting for your spot, cinema. That's an easy solve. Keep the rosters, Ultimate Madness. Handshake hand on that one. I don't know if it's the time of year or if URL, not that they're listening to my series. Bless yous. I know you're not checking this series. And if you are, I appreciate you watching. It's all with the best intentions. I'm trying to provide a solution to every problem I present. But Christmas uploads are pretty fire. Like, I was shocked to see that we got Lux and Rum Nitty. We usually get that Christmas announcement. Usually. That, oh, there's something going on in the new year. That's what we get. Not the actual battles. But getting Lux and Rum Nitty, yeah, that was a great choice. I'm shocked that we got Swamp versus Tay-Rock. That's a fine battle, but it's not that good. Like Lux and Nitty is up here. Swamp and Tay-Rock's here. Like, it was a fine battle. It was a fine Summer Madness battle. It's not the greatest Summer Madness battle that is on the app. It's not. There's loads of battles. Release Chess versus Geechee Gotti. Oh my god. Of anything, you could release that, Smack. Stop playing. If you're releasing battles, which I love it, and please keep the momentum going, whether it's once a month or whenever it's a special occasion, Kwanzaa, I'll dare say Black History Month at some point. You know what I mean? Just bring out more battles. One Easter Sunday, you know what I mean? Find a reason to upload a battle. Release Chess versus Geechee. Then with the Christmas uploads and maybe the change in market, hopefully. How will URL do in the next year? I really don't know. That's what's scary. Right now, there's a little bit of controversy between Chef Trez and Beasley right now, which isn't great. I think it's something to do about people being at an event, and it was meant to be Swamp versus Chef Trez that would have got released. That would have probably been better than Swamp versus Tay-Rock, but we move. A bit of a controversy over that, and the swapping around, and it's not a good look right now, and it's not a good way to end a year. It should be celebrations and plan for the next year. There was an interview that Smack did with Jay Black, where Jay Black is asking them about how they're running events, and they used to run events have a whole year, boom, planned out.
When URL was, connected with Caffeine, you guys had a layout for the entire year, what you guys would do. And I think the fans really appreciate that. In 2025, is that something that y'all might do again? Or is the culture the way it is like now, it's more so months by months, as opposed to planning a whole year in advance publicly? Because y'all did it publicly.
I just feel like, just to be honest with you, man, I like to do event by event right now.
Okay.
Just because, it's just oversaturated.
Yeah.
So, planning out, too far out in advance just might not be, the wisest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just want to make sure that, we focus on what's right here in front of us.
Yeah.
Rather than, trying to, go far route and try to establish, obligations that may be jeopardized on.
By the end of the year, if you say something in January, December, blah, this happened, that happened, and it don't go through. Okay.
So I'm never trying to put.
Smack had a response that wasn't great. Honestly, it wasn't great. It makes sense, but it wasn't great. If they're planning event by event now, it means they're definitely relying on their own money. And URL has always had a habit of spending other people's money. It's just what it is as a business, It's still 2025 is going to be very, very odd. I don't know what big matches are left. There is the Daylight and Lux, Hitman and Mook, but there was meant to be a big event happening in December, but that never really happened. We ended up just getting some Christmas battles that were like Wusa, T-Top, and Real Sig Rum Nitty. Like some good battles, but battles that just happened on the card. Actually, wait, yeah, it was Real Sig Rum. No, it was Giannis versus Rum Nitty. My apologies, Giannis. My apologies, Nitty. Yeah, we just got some battles. Honestly, it wasn't like a big card, but I guess whatever big card they were planning to do, they'll maybe move into the next year, maybe in end of February, March. Maybe I'd be surprised if there's a January event. They usually don't do that, or it's like kind of more low-key January events. It's not on their speed. So 2025 will be a year of resilience for URL. Can the URL come back? This is year 2 of them not having the best year. Not having the Blue Room to compete against anymore is a good thing, but that Blue Room was the stage of 2023. Chrome came in here 2024 to some of the bigger matches, Swamp versus Averb, Clips Easy. Like they put pressure on URL when URL trying to sue them still. They're still recovering from Norbs, the lawsuit there, still trying to recover from losing the settlement. That happened. It's not something that I've tried to discuss because I don't want to go into lawsuits and things like that, but there is a settlement for an undisclosed amount that is surely affecting the URL. So this would be a year of resiliency, and there is so much pressure on Sue Surf's return. So Sue Surf again put out a tweet honestly a couple of days ago for when recording this. This is like near the end of the year. Saying he could be back 2025. There's so much pressure. Like I don't think Surf will battle 2025. That's maybe a spoiler for a prediction for a series for later on, or whichever way it's uploaded. But I do not think that URL is going to be able to book Sue Surf in 2025. Or I'd be very shocked, because I would then wonder where the money's coming from. And if the money, like, unless Surf is super loyal, he will, like, I will just battle for whatever crumbs or whatever amount that they have, because URL telling us that they don't have the money. Unless Sue Surf comes to them. And there's so many comments are talking about Sue Surf and his return will save battle rap. You can't rely on one man battling to save battle rap, man. You cannot rely on that. It's kind of like the UK at a point. Well, people think that the UK relies on Shotty Horror, which the Shotty Horror is absolutely like the greatest UK battle rapper. I did a whole fucking series with my friend Battle Rap Resume breaking down the top 50 UK battle rappers of all time. Link will be in the description. But like, we are a scene that still moves forward, and so is the URL. They will move forward. They will complete the objective. I think Twerk and Kid Slade will be great, but even then, just to go back on the Sue Surf topic, I would be shocked if he battles in 2025. If he gets out of jail 2025, let's say he gets out summer, I'd be shocked if he was battling by the end of the year. I think it'd be a 2026 wait, and can URL hold on for another year? God, I don't know. I really don't know. Summer Madness is going to be a weird card. They're really going to have to try and make matches make sense. They're going to have to really try hard to push a storyline, whatever involvement. Christ, I think Summer Madness might be Tay-Rock and Easy. Honestly, like, because there's going to be pressure on finding the big main event matches, and URL might have to swallow its pride. It might have to swallow to make a Summer Madness match. They might have to swallow the pride, and maybe Sue Surf walks out on stage on Tay-Rock's side or something like that, something crazy. But to make a Summer Madness moment, it's going to be difficult. Summer Madness will be difficult this year coming, and if they don't have their big marquee events like their Gnome and Summer Madness, then they're not gaining the same revenue that they normally have, or even cultural relevancy. Because 2025 and battle rap could be chalked. It could be chalked. I know the UK's Kushti, URL might be difficult. King of the Dot is his own entity. It just does whatever, whenever. I battle may be safe for people that are putting in 25 quid a month, which is a lot, but they're putting that money into Sunday support, even if it's less subscribers. But URL might be chalked. It might be chalked if they've not got something cooking in the next few months. And as I say, this series is about trying to help the URL. This is just my opinion on a lot of these things that I think should happen, and addressing problems that as a fan sees. But URL this will be the tough year for URL, and if they do successful this year, after 2026 they'll be fine. But man, it's tough. It's really tough out here, especially as I'm just negative about it. Personally, I'm negative about it. I don't know if they'll actually ever make any changes. If they think if it's not broken, don't fix it until it's broken, and they can't fix it. At the start of the month, I'd asked the great people of forums, discords, like X accounts. I asked the great people, the battle rap people of social media in different places. I haven't got a Reddit account, so I didn't go there. I feel like if there's a Reddit account, you end up in these weird dark places. No. Keep yourself off Reddit, folks, and keep yourself off TikTok. But I did go into different areas, and I put up a post and just saying that I was doing the series before I even uploaded the first episode, saying I'm just about finishing off a series that's discussing the URL. What are you thinking that the URL is looking like? Is URL able to be saved? Will URL save itself? Well, let me know. And I got a lot of responses. So this one is a lot of this is the discussion if battle rap is alive or dead. So I wanted to go through some of these. Like, I've seen them already, and I just wanted to kind of have that discussion just to let you guys know this is what I found. And mind you, naturally, it's going to be. I'm also. I tried to also look for positives. There wasn't many positive comments. A lot of it was negative. So this is just the perception that I have found from the people discussing with me about URL. I'm just reading these comments. So, battle rap is dead. Stop trying to save it. URL is out of money. They wasted past few years oversaturating the brand with 2 events a year. Everyone has battled everyone. URL dropped the ball on a lot of big battles the culture wanted. Smack and Beasley have lied on cameras about not blocking battles, and battles are finally a reason they can make money with without the URL machine. That's fucking damning. That's damning. There's 2 schools of fans essentially, isn't there? There is the fans of like battle rap that like the order and whatnot, and they're happy with the leagues and whatnot. So, oh yeah, you're on the big league, all this happy. And then you do get the fans that want the battle rappers to be independent. Man, it's a fine line, because you want the most money for battle rappers and you want the most exposure for them in any way, shape, or form. But do you want them to be independent, or do you want them to earn money? Like, what do you want to do? And now there's money in being independent. A-Ward showed that. A-Ward really showed there's money in keeping yourself off the URL and going from league to league. It's quite masterful, honestly. URL died after Caffeine. It's over. They were spamming battles every week. Battle rap fell off after 2017. Summer Madness was just kings versus queens in disguise. I said the same thing, I'll be honest. It's common knowledge that battle rap sucks now and URL is not bouncing back. When Surf gets home, we can talk about battle rap then. Cammy, use your talents for another league. URL doesn't give a shit. Probably true. The battlers are killing the sport. They're coming unprepared, taking money and not showing up, thinking that they're bigger than what they are. Something that was going to help, apparently, according to another fan. YouTube drops for sure. They have more than enough battles on the app. They can give us a few a month and listen to the fans. Saying you're not interested in the battle like Hitman versus Geechee is insane. Book battles like RBE and give the fans what they really want. So I asked a few questions about this. I'm not sure I've got a screenshot on this comment. The main thing was to treat it like a league, treat it like a platform. So instead of gatekeeping talent, just provide the talent a platform to battle on. Like, just host the battles and upload them to YouTube. Don't just keep the talent for yourselves and act like you're more than what you are. RBE has been very open in saying he's just a platform. Rightfully so for him. Like, if that's how he feels, there's nothing wrong with that. If he feels he's just putting battlers on and then getting them in bigger plates in different areas afterwards, good for him. Like he did so much for JC, O-Red, Big K, Christ, Addy Boom, Show Off. He did so much for these guys. I think when he booked Shotgun Shug wasn't in the best kind of frame on a first event. Did so much for fucking Gyms. God, I'm really naming names now. Show Off, XL. Like, he did a lot for these guys. Averb, he did loads for Averb for a while, booking him versus Murder Mook. RBE did so much for these guys, but always kept the energy. I'm just a platform. And it's a very interesting take to just say that you're a platform rather than anything else. So that's just a few comments of what people are saying. There was more to underneath and whatnot, but I think I covered a lot of it in the video without just going through and reading comments and perceptions and whatnot. There wasn't many positives. I'm going to be honest. I tried to find positives to say what's good about URL, or at least saying what can be done to help the URL. And the main things was keep battle rappers accountable, YouTube drops, the RBE conversation. That was it. That's kind of where they've come from. Obviously, I've tried to give a bit more detail myself. After the past few months and whatnot, urltv.tv, right? I appreciate everyone for watching this series. This series is something that I'm very proud of. Just want to take that second there to thank you all. It's a real labor of love, and I'm not doing this because I hate the URL. I do this because I love the URL and I want the best for it. But I also not going to stand there and accept this shit that we're given. In this 2024, there's been so much shit given to us, and for us to accept it as fans, it's egregious. Honestly, it is egregious, and they're expecting so much from us fans not to respond and not to have an opinion on these things. But it's not about having an opinion and complaining as we all do. It's trying to then provide the solution. Thank you so much. I hope the best for the URL in 2025. If they're still around by the end of 2026, they'll have gotten over the hump, the lovely lady lump. Check it out. They will have got over it, but this last 2 years and this year coming is going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. I love battle rap. I love the URL. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Another series is going to come out soon. That's going to be real fun to do, but I needed to get this donezo out the way as well. So it's something to reflect on. And maybe years down the line, if I'm still blogging, I can react to this and break down what I said and see. You know what I'm saying? I like being reflective. I hope you've enjoyed it. Cammygbr, how to save a URL. We are done.
Anytime you need me, girl, you know I'm by your side. And I know that you know that I can make it right. I feel just how you feel tonight. Let me do what I can do to make her feel it right.